Hello, everyone. My 1 year anniversary of having my website and doing these YouTube posts is coming up at the start of February. So I wanted to take a look back at some of my favorite posts over the last year and my first posts, my most successful ones, and a couple others. Starting with my first post, it was the Oscar predictions. Uh, I still really like that one. I think I did a pretty good job of it. I had a lot of time to put work into it before making the post, and I think the predictions turned out really well. I got a lot of them right, um, and I'm looking forward to doing another one this year once the Oscars roll around. They're delayed because of COVID-19, and also because of that, due to the restrictions, I didn't see as many movies last year. And who knows how I'll be able to do. But once they announce the nominees, I'll try to watch as many of them as I can and make new predictions. My favorite post that I did over the last year was my one about the show BoJack Horseman, the philosophical views from halfway down. Uh, I'm very proud of that one. I was really inspired as soon as I watched the final season to start writing that. Um, I think it still stands up really well. There's one comment I made at the end because I didn't know at the time whether they were continuing into season 7 or ending the series there. So it doesn't really hold up in that sense. And at this point, because BoJack Horseman is done, it's not as relevant anymore. For a long time, that was my most successful post, um, but it's kind of lost its momentum at this point. Speaking of my most successful post, right now on my YouTube channel, the video with the most views is the one where I explained why Superman is my favorite superhero. I'm really glad this is my most successful post because I don't think Superman gets enough love, especially these days. And I think it was really well written. I really like how it turned out, and the video I think works really well too. Um, and it was timed pretty well in that it allowed me to promote one of my friends. So it being my most successful post is nice to see them benefit from that as well. I always like to see my friends doing well, and I would love to get more opportunities to promote my friends' work and maybe even collaborate with some again. Um, my hardest post to make was the one where I defended Star Wars The Last Jedi. That was a lot of work. I don't think I would have been able to write that one once I started working again full time. It's still my longest post to this day, and I actually cut back a lot from what it was going to be. It was probably going to end up being over 10,000 words if I'd gone the way I was originally writing it, but uh, I reorganized it and it ended up only being a little over 5,000. And also, just with all the controversy surrounding that movie, I was a little bit nervous to post it, but I still stand by everything I said in it. Um, and on top of all of those issues, it's also the video that I've had the most copyright issues with, and it caused me to have to change my approach whenever I'm talking about films since then. Um, as for my most important posts, the one, or at least the one that's most important to me, that was the one where I used the film "Do the Right Thing" to talk about the George Floyd murder and the ensuing protests. I think it really worked well for me to be able to use a medium that I'm comfortable with, film, to discuss a much bigger and much more important subject in the wider scheme of the world and society. I still stand by everything I said in there, but I do wish I had taken an even stronger stance. Um, and I think that post could fit in several of these categories. Like it was one of the hardest ones to make. Um, not to write. I was very inspired as soon as like that was all happening. It just like clicked for me, but it was hard emotionally to put that all together. And it's one of my favorite posts too. I'd like to finish by thanking everyone who's stuck to my website since the beginning, the full past year, and anyone who maybe picked up along the way with one of these posts or something else maybe. I've renewed the website and the domain for another year, so I've got a lot cooking already for what to do, and I'm looking forward to what comes next, and I hope you are too. Thank you all for watching.